Hey, what's up everybody? This is Paulio Jr. And in today's video, I wanted to show off and show you the basics of the 100 watt solar panel kit by Thunderbolt Magnum. And typically you can buy these at any Harbor Freight location. You can buy them on eBay as well, but typically they are less expensive if you have a Harbor Freight store near you. And I did previously have one of these solar panel kits, but it was only 45 watts and it only had 3 panels. So this one obviously is 100 watts, which means that each panel has 25 watts, which is pretty sweet. Can charge the battery a lot quicker, and can also contribute to powering other things, even if, let's say that if the battery were low. So, all right, let's get into it. Let's see what's included while we walk into this room that I had to kind of rearrange a little bit, and then we'll continue to rearrange. But so, as you can see, these are the four panels. So each are 12 volts and 2.08 amps apiece. But to make it simple, they're each 25 watts apiece. And what I really like about these is that they do have their own stands. So in previous versions, they had like these, you had to put them in like these PVC kind of things, these PVC stands that you had to put them into, which I wasn't really a fan of. Or you could mount them on your roof, which is like you see right there. So now obviously, if you see the blue lights, that means that they are drawing power, even if it's snowing outside. So I have an enclosed front porch, and I'm not, so obviously I can't put these on the roof, and I don't feel comfortable putting these outside. But luckily I can get enough sunlight, from these windows to charge a few batteries. Now at the moment I only have one. So let's just continue here. So obviously you get the 4 panels. If you see the blue lights on them, then you are getting some sort of power, which is fantastic. You don't need a lot. The other thing that comes with it are 2 of these LED bulbs, which are long, really long, and are actually bright as anything, and they really don't require a lot of juice. So there's 2 of these guys, and then so we have the other one in here, and then we have the bolts to put, the actual bolts to connect these all together, which at the moment I don't feel is necessary. So, but anyway, it's actually a really simple kit. So we have the two LED bulbs, and then it comes with obviously the charge controller. Let's see here. Okay, so we got the charge controller right here, and the screen you see right there is actually just the normal regular screen. Now, actually, I'm going to pull these out. There's 2 USB ports that you can use. And, okay. So, the cool thing, let's see here. So, each individual panel has these cables here. And they all connect into one cable, which is what you see here. So all of them connect to this one cable, and then the cool thing is It just goes right into here. It says solar input. Now, you actually can, this charge controller can handle 400 watts. So you actually can add, if you wanted to, other solar panels, 12-volt solar panels, into these two slots right here. They can be soldered in there. I haven't had any issues so far, but mine's pretty just stable at the moment. And then with those three right there, those three DC outputs, are pretty much for the, for the light bulbs and so forth. So charge controller, and then it comes with this. Doesn't come with the battery, but it comes with this cable here. So we have our positive, we have our negative, and then those run into these two middle slots right here. And I believe it just has a picture of a battery right here, and that's where this goes into. So the solar panels come into here. From there, they charge the battery, going all the way over here. So this battery, the deep cycle batteries are actually cheaper on eBay than anywhere that I've seen. So they're usually like $75. That one's just a 12 volt, 35 ampere battery, and they're like $75 in stores. But online, if you buy two, they're like $55 a piece. So, or like $65 for one. But anyway, what I wanted to show you guys was actually just the charge controller itself. So now with this, I actually did write down a couple things just to make sure I didn't screw this up. But with this charge controller, you actually don't need to mess with it too much, or you don't have to mess with it at all. The presets on this are actually almost perfect. So this is actually the normal screen, and I don't know if you just saw that battery jump up. So this right here, so there's obviously the picture of the solar panel, there's a picture of the battery, and then that is basically your load. So, which would have an arrow on it. So let me show you for instance. So basically, yeah, so the panels are charging the battery, and then this, you can switch this over to have the battery charge or turn on whatever else. So we'll use the light bulb that it came with, which I am telling you is bright as all hell. For this, I don't even know how many lumens it is and so forth. But so we're gonna plug this in, and since you don't see an arrow right there, we're not gonna get any light. There's gonna be no power at all. So there's even a switch here, nothing. And so this red button right there, that's called the load button. We're gonna hit that, and you'll see an arrow show up right there. Okay, so that means that now the charge controller is allowing the battery to power whatever's plugged in. So whatever's plugged into those ports, whatever's plugged into the USB ports can now be used. So let's switch it on. There we go. And then so the second that we actually turn off the load button, we do it again, and the arrow will disappear. Boom. Okay, arrow's gone. That turned off. No biggie. But that's how that works. So if you don't need to do anything and you just want it to charge, you can honestly just leave it on the main display all the time. But there are a few different displays or categories, whatever you want to call them, that you can use if you want, but it's totally up to you. So the normal one is basically in the manual. It says target charging voltage. So basically from this screen you can access advanced settings, and that's actually by holding this button in for at least 5 seconds. So, but what we're going to do is just switch to the different screens right now. So let's go to the next screen, which is boost. So the boost is basically charging the battery as fast as it can. So you see the picture of the solar panel going to the battery, and it wants to go to 14.4. So this is just this boost option. If you leave it on this menu display, will try and get the battery to 14.4 volts. That's pretty much as high as you want to get it. I have heard of people going to 15 and being fine. So once you start going past that, you can definitely overcharge the battery. And so the next one here, the next option. Okay, now this is called float, and has a similar picture here. And basically, this gives you kind of like a medium surge to the batteries. You know, they have things called like flow chargers, and they don't charge super fast. They just give it like a nice smooth current, just a nice smooth charge, and that's really it. So it's just really maintenance for charge voltage, essentially. So the next thing we're going to go to is to the low display, this button. Now this is set at 10.7 volts, and this basically means that so you can change that if you want, but I like how they have and you would change it by holding this button in for 5 seconds. Use this one, the load button, to decrease the voltage, and this button to increase it after that. And then after you do that, you hold the bottom button in for about 5 seconds, and then it'll go back to the main screen, and then your new options will be set. So, but this is when basically the charge controller will say, hey, the battery is completely depleted and we're not going to use it anymore. So, and the cool thing is that it actually it actually makes sure it doesn't ruin the battery from what's called a over discharge. So but yeah, essentially the charge controller says, hey, the battery's done, and this is the lowest we will go. It's 10.7 volts on the battery, so you have to charge it now. So that means that it will not like, let's say you had anything plugged into it right now. So if you had anything plugged into it, then basically what that means is that it would just essentially shut off. I believe it would give you a warning before that, but this option will come up, and it will, if the load option was on, then it would stop giving power to the USB. It would stop everything. So you would stop getting power to the battery as well. So it would just stop. Anything that's being charged, that's being used by a charge controller, will stop working altogether. So anyway, and then our last option here, this is called the recovery setting, and this is when you have you're at basically like a minimum battery voltage, and basically this is where once it hits 12.6 is when this is the absolute bare minimum that it will go down to, where it'll actually start charging the batteries again. So if it sees that the battery hits 12.6 volts, the charge controller make sure that the batteries are being charged again. Because you can have the settings where like everything's okay, you're like, okay, everything's fine, until it hits 12.6 volts. Once it hits 12.6 volts, then hey, we got to start charging this battery again. That's basically that's basically what that means essentially. So, but yeah, so let's go back to the main screen, which is this, saying we have 12.9 volts, which is beautiful. It's perfect. So I really don't recommend playing with any of the settings, to be honest with you. I think the presets are beautifully set, and so like I said, if you want to actually, if you don't see the arrow right there, you hit this top button, and now that allows power to go from, from anything that's plugged into here, and the USB, it allows it to go out. Obviously you're allowed to use the power again. So yeah, that's really about it for, what's actually included in the 100-watt system here from the Thunderbolt solar panel kit. So I hope this was helpful, and then hopefully in the next video I'll get into getting a power inverter and then powering household devices with it. But I do have a similar video where I did I had a 45-watt kit and hooked up some other stuff. But yeah, it's actually really simple. You get the panels, you wire them up together, you plug them into the charge controller, you plug in the battery terminals to the screws in here on the charge controller, and that's really it. Comes with 2 light bulbs and bolts to connect all 4 panels if you want to. All panels do have stands, if you can see them, which is pretty awesome. So, but yeah, pretty simple, pretty easy, and that's really it. Oh, the one cool thing I did want to say is that that charge controller over there, actually, you can leave the panels on. It will actually if the battery starts to get overcharged, the charge controller will stop it from being charged. If the battery gets too low, it'll also make sure. Okay, so if the battery gets too, if it starts to go too high, the battery will stop it from being overcharged. And also, you can leave everything plugged in, say at nighttime, and the charge controller prevents the panels from draining the battery as well. So it prevents it from overcharging, and it prevents it from draining the battery. You don't have to come every night and unplug everything and make sure everything's good. So that charge controller, it's a 400-watt charge controller with a 30-amp fuse, works brilliantly. So yeah, that's about it. So kind of muffled through that a little bit, but it is actually a really cool setup. And even it's not sunny at all, and it's still has charged the battery up to 12.9 volts, which is awesome. So that's all I have for today. In the next video, I'll set up a power inverter so that we can use everyday, house appliances. So, all right, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Later.